All right, man. Welcome back to another video. Hope your day is going good. And in today's video, men decentering women crisis has begun. Now, I don't know what this decentering women crisis is, but I'm sure Ty Buggy is going to explain to you.
Yeah, man. I've been saying men should just focus on themselves and not focus on women, bro. That's the reason why they acting the way they act now, bro. Because y'all put too much focus and hyping these females.
That's what decentering is?
Yeah.
All that shit gonna come. The more you build, build yourself,
for sure.
the girls gonna come, bro. You do not gotta worry about women. They are.
Tell them anything. Please stop chasing these women like they not gonna be there later on.
You're not focusing on girls, you're focusing on bots.
I remember when I was back in like middle school and high school, certain subjects I really did not care about. Like social studies and science, that just was never really my thing. I was more of like a math.
That's why I kept taking mine out and charging it in between.
And I really liked psychology class. I like stuff like that. But those other classes.
Oh yeah, Matt. Yeah, we're gonna react to viewer videos right after this video. This is the last YouTube video, brother. I got you.
I really did not care about. But if there was like a pretty girl or something like that, I'm on time. I'm answering questions. I'm not falling asleep in class. I was the same way with my first job when I was working at McDonald's. If the pretty girl was working the same shift as me, I was on time, clocking in at least 5 minutes early. You know what I mean? Like, I'm ready for the day. I'm about to flip these burgers, you know what I mean? Shorty be like, yo, I need 2 double cheeses with some extra bacon. I may mess around, throw an extra patty on there. Like, if a girl was involved, if a pretty girl was around, it just made it so much easier. It's like it flowed better. So while this was fun, eventually making women the center of reason for enjoyment had to stop. And a lot of the most successful men realize this the most. But some dudes have never left that mindset, and other guys are finally realizing it. Check this out.
In 10 years, nobody gonna say, oh, how many bitches you fuck? What did you do? Who did you impact? You can tell the stature of a man not by how much money or how much materialistic things he having. How many lives have you positively impacted? Keyword positive. Because you impact lives every day. How many lives have you positively impacted? How many people have you brought along with you? Because all that gold and diamonds and shit, all them hoes cannot go with you when you leave this.
I swear to God, that is my new approach now, bro. I feel like everybody feels this new energy that I've been on, gang.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just, I see the difference, the reception. Because before I was so self-involved in my head about this YouTube, gotta blow this YouTube shit up. And then the moment I took a step back and stopped putting my value into just YouTube.
Yeah.
Start putting my value into things. I even reconnected with a passion from my childhood, bro. And just the joy that that's giving me, bro. And how people are receiving this joy that I now have internally, just insane. And it just shows you how working on yourself and just not focused on the externals just always gonna bring you internal happiness, bro.
For sure.
Stop focusing on females, bro. It's so much more than what you can focus on. You can focus on your mind, your body, like your health, bro, your religion, your being spiritual, bro. It's so much other things that you can worry on, your business. But too many of y'all want to chase females and then look up 5 to 10 years later and you fucking broke. You have no money.
You know, sometimes I have a hard time making new friends because one of my biggest red flags is if all you want to do is talk about women or getting more girls or all your experiences with girls. I see that as a problem. Why is women such at the center of your life to the point where you have nothing else we could?
Bro, gang. T-Rock, go ahead, take the wheel on this one. Let's see if you know what I'm about to say.
Yeah, man, you have so many different conversations, bro. And, you know, it's not about women, you feel me? We rarely talk about females nowadays, bro.
How did we start? How did we start, gang?
How did we start?
How did we start? Like, literally, how did we start? We talked about bitches damn near every week.
Yeah.
But we was young. We used to come up from, we literally known each other since high school, bro. You just told me it was 13. He was thinking 10 plus. This nigga like, y'all, they been 13. They just been like, oh shit, for real. And we done literally going through every phase. It's like, shit, niggas was competing over bitches. You know what I'm saying? Well, we never competed over the same bitch. I never did shit, corny shit like that.
Yeah.
But we always, body count. Yeah, you fucking like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But after a while, you start to realize life isn't about shit like that, bro. It's like you have these experiences with women, and we're just competing with this empty, shallow feeling.
Yeah.
Okay, after you hit the hole, you're like, dang, I could have been doing something else in my time. I did all this. I done put in all this effort, this work, just for this fucking nut. God damn it.
In no way, in no shape or form is this a red pill video where I'm telling men to disrespect women, to not value the women that they
Facts.
love. But it's to
Nah,
make you
we're
more
not saying
aware.
that either.
A lot of men surround their purpose around whether or not women will be more attracted to them if they do said thing. And if women turn around and they're not attracted to them because they did that thing, so now they turn around and get mad at the women as if the women owe them something. Fellas, the love that your brain is looking for is the love that you can only give yourself. A lot of these content creators get up on here and they disrespect women, but if you listen to what they say, you can
It's a lot of
everything they
self-hate.
do is surrounded around getting more women, which is just the
Self-hate.
weirdest thing to me. Y'all work out so y'all could get more women, get money so you can have more women around. I say you should do these things because it serves your overall purpose that you have told yourself.
Facts.
It should not be to get more women. Women are just gonna come along either way.
Now, Ty, I will say this, Ty. This is a very slippery slope because you can start off on one thing, wanting a life, and then you transition as you mature. That's what happened with me. I was a fat, unmotivated person coming out of high school, bro. If I did not have the situations that put me in the situation, say this for instance, I'm having white alphabet soup in my brain right now. I can't even talk. If I wasn't put into those situations where I wanted to have women over me, like some of these popular guys that I used to look at, then I probably wouldn't have changed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have. Like, if I didn't get my first piece of coochie, I probably wouldn't have, bro. Well, technically, I ain't going into no real deep story times. Let's get back to
I
it.
feel like every man in his head should have a higher version of himself. It's not a version that you have created because you believe this is what women would like out of you. No, it's a version of yourself that you feel like is just you at your best. That is what you should be working towards. That's what you should be focusing on. Whether that's you being in the gym, that has nothing to do with, oh, I want to look more attractive so I can get more women. No, I want to be more stronger. I want to look better so I can be more confident within my body.
Hey. Yeah, I did high school. Shout out to Luca.
Yes, sir.
My boy. Graduating high school, gang. That's an accomplishment, brother.
Yes, sir.
Not something that's seen, it's something that's felt. I could be in the room with a guy that's cock diesel, and a lot of these dudes are that. They're cock diesel.
They're not 14.
And then they get in a room and they have no social skills. But they assume that, okay, if I get
knew he wasn't 14,
big,
man.
other people would think I'm confident, so they will like me even more. No, I can feel your insecurities, which is why instead of going to the gym for people to look at you and believe you're confident, actually become confident for self. Go to the gym to grow you for you. Make more money in life because of what you want out of life, not because you're gonna attract more women. Because that higher version of you is gonna require a certain level of discipline on how you deal with women.
How to stop focusing on girls. Now, first things first, bro. You're not focusing on girls, you're focusing on box. Now, I'm going to use the word box because TikTok won't let me use the other words.
And there's a big ass box behind them too. That football field.
You're wasting precious time focusing on things that are just not important. Imagine you died tomorrow and God showed you a movie of what you could have been if you focused on things that made sense.
God, I would cry.
Ambition is a Areta says,
I would cry.
sorry, just a typo. I just graduated middle school.
Yeah, this nigga try to sell us on this shit, little brother. All right, bro. Congratulations. Appreciate you, bro. That's an accomplishment.
Yes,
Ambition is
sir.
Areta says, yeah, I'm tripping.
Yeah, for real.
I'm about to start getting bullied now.
You're gonna sit there and go, oh, to tell me that's who I could have been.
I would have
I
cried.
focused on stuff that mattered, you're gonna kick yourself for eternity, my bro, yeah? Secondly,
there's no eternity left. Nigga dead.
That's eternal.
what is so great about a women's box? Is it made out of gold? No. Can you rub it and get free magic wishes? No. So why are you so focused and so hungry on box? Let me give you a history lesson.
Let me tell you why people are so focused on box. Because there's an uptick on watching pornography, brother. And the more pornography people watch, they start to feel this sense of loneliness. Now, this loneliness that comes from within them, it tricks them because, you know, growing up, we watched a lot of Disney movies and shit like that from the 90s, right? And it taught us about that family. You want to have that wife and that kid. But look, everything around us says that it's not going to happen. So niggas start to have internal panic. They have this internal panic like, oh my God, I need to find my woman. So that's why we have this focus on women. It's not that they're focused on women. Niggas are scared to be alone, bro.
People forget that kings were not chosen by God. They were men that had enough bravery and courage.
So I think we should come up with a solution
and when they took the
to help men see why they won't be alone so they can avoid the fear.
And apart from the
because fear will make it reality. If you're scared to be alone, you will become alone.
So what a concubine is, I'll tell you. Concubines are the original side chicks, yeah? In fact, they're the ancestors to the side chicks. And guess what? A concubine, or the concubines, were allowed to live in the palace with the king and his wife. And guess what? The wife shut her mouth and she accepted it. And the concubines shut their mouth and they accepted being side chicks. Do you know why? Because he was the king. So here what? Here's your homework, my brother, yeah? And every man has it in them to be a king. I don't care who you are, yeah?
Facts.
Go out there and become a king. And these women will come to you. You don't even need to focus on them. So I want you to focus on things that are important, things that make sense. And all these women you're focusing on, all these women you're chasing will come to you.
Real
so go out there and become a king. Time is too precious to waste it chasing that, okay? Time is more important than oxygen. Keep that in mind. So like I always say, stay safe, stay dangerous.
And you may be thinking to yourself, man, I'm not women-centered. This is not a problem that I have. Well, let me just ask you this. If you go somewhere with the homies, can you just have fun if there's no women around? Like, can y'all just go do some fun things? Just enjoy being in the company of each other, a break from the real world without thinking about women? Because here's the problem when you censor women.
Shit, there were bitches on the court today. If y'all watch me, knock your shit down. I ain't give a fuck about a bitch. Bitches was watching me, all type of shit. I ain't even look at there, not even for 1 second. I didn't know that they're there with niggas too. I'm not trying to create drama. That's also another thing about me. Like, I'm not so pressed over a bitch that I'm gonna be staring back at her creating drama.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm mature enough to know she came with a nigga and she can't control her eyes from looking at me. I ain't finna meet her halfway.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool with that.
Around the type of fun you're about to have. Now you go out and you can't even enjoy yourself because you're getting denied all night. But now let's flip it on his head. If you're just a good time to be around, it is so much easier for you to deal with women. Now, I mean, when you don't center your experience around the women, you become a good time to be around. You become fun to be around. So people will gravitate towards you naturally or not. But either way, you walk away with enjoyment for self. But let's talk about a bigger picture real quick. As a man, one day you probably want to protect and provide for a family, right? Learn how to protect yourself during your singleness. It'll pay off one day for that family that you'll have one day. You may not like the way you handle some situations. You think you get a little bit too outright, too emotional. I want you to pick up this book. It's called The Laws of Human Nature, and learn emotional intelligence so you can understand yourself even better. If all you and your homies do is get drunk on the weekends and try to get girls, I would suggest this. You and your homies do something else. Go bowling. Go do paintball. Go ride ATVs. Go do racing. Do something competitive with the bros that does not always have to do with women. For the most
He's
part, you are
speaking
training yourself
facts.
that a man should always
Moment
be
I
on the
read this
hunt
book, it
for a
changed my
woman.
life.
But
No
here's my
cap.
thing about the hunt. The hunt is usually
I
you
stopped
trying
being
to get
pressed
something
over
that is
stupid
running.
shit.
It's even the reason why a lot of men get nervous when talking to women, because that single interaction determines so much for you. Am I attractive? Do I have enough money? Instead of just having a human-to-human interaction, it feels more like a test, which is creating too much pressure, which is why you're nervous. How you do one thing is how you do everything. If you know your world is not surrounded around women, you wouldn't put so much pressure
Facts.
on your interactions with women, which in return will create a more natural flow of conversation. Isn't that crazy?
Men who are over 30 give one piece of advice to men.
I mean, this is universal all the time, man. This is watching a Thai video. It's because it feels like I'm talking to Ty, bro. Like, it just feels like one of the homies.
Yeah.
The nigga is saying shit that is just so obvious and so, like, real, so deep. And
I wouldn't say obvious because some people don't get it.
no. It's obvious to us. That's why I was trying to clean that up. You know what I'm saying? Because we're intelligent. I feel like me and you, we're socially aware.
Yeah.
I feel like we, even if you see me do some dumb, awkward shit, you'll see me immediately coming and clean it up because I'm aware. You see, motherfuckers would do some shit and they still try to keep playing in it, even though they can see everybody else is uncomfortable now.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not that. You know what I'm saying? Like, even with T-Raw is the quiet type, so he's more likely to notice, like, yo, that nigga was on some funny shit.
Facts.
You feel me? And boom, I feel like that's important. Like, the type of person you are, don't try to, like, overextend your box. If you're a T-Raw and you're laid back, you're chill, don't try to be a Kai Cenat. What?
G shit.
You know what I'm saying? You're just fake, and everybody can see right through that that's not who you really are. Just be yourself, bro. When you be yourself and just calm, relax, chill, people just gravitate to you, bro. Because essentially,
in their 20s,
you're not trying to attract nobody who is not for you.
can be about anything. If I could tell them anything, please stop chasing these women like they're not going to be there later on. You're not going to fumble anybody. You're not going to miss out on anything. I promise you, she's not even the version of herself she's going to consistently be. And neither are you, for that matter. You're underdeveloped. You don't have any money. You don't have any assets.
Yeah.
You don't have any investments. You don't even have your foundation fully fleshed out. So no less than 3 years should be dedicated to pure hustling. Nose to the ground, tunnel vision, hustling. You ain't worried about nothing else but getting your finances straight, getting your money right. When your money is right, you make better decisions in other parts of your life. When your money is right, you live where you want to, not just where you can afford. When your money is right, you find the value of rest. When your money is right, it affects who you lay down with and who you entertain romantically. Build your physical body up and build healthy habits in your 20s. Do not use your 20s to intentionally make mistakes. That's not what it's for. Your 20s give you the space to fail faster and correct more efficiently. So if you do make a mistake, you got room to bounce back. Now,
I'll say this. This is the last time. I know I start this video a lot. My only thing I'm going to add advice to anybody watching who might be younger than me, you know, I'm about to enter another phase in my life. Your 20s really are like, you're not going to be perfect, bro. As much as people want to be perfect, everybody's watching social media. At one point, I remember back when I was 25, I was thinking I had shit wrong because I wasn't living like DDG. I'm like,
Ambition is Areta says, I'm listening.
Oh God, like I felt like I was doing something wrong because I wasn't swimming in riches.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's discouraging, bro. When you watch all these guys on social media, I know it's very discouraging. But you got to look at yourself and be like, there must be something I can add to the world. My journey is not just a sum of, oh, I need to get rich early. There's got to be lessons you got to go through, bro. And I'm not saying that you have to go through those things, but life is just a reflection of your mind. Until you finally get it, you won't reach the top. It's just that simple. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn more about yourself. And the more you learn about these are just things that nobody can teach you. I was waiting for somebody. I always was like, damn, I wanted that mentor that's going to give me the answers. Nobody will be able to give you the answers. You have all the answers. You're the only one that has the answers, bro. It's the same for everybody else. They're the only ones that have the answers to their reality.
Do not abuse that blessing, because you may end up in a situation where your 20-year-old mistakes may carry over into your 30s and 40s. But if you take away nothing else
For
from this
sure.
video,
Like,
get
you
your
know,
money right. Getting your money right.
there's
in
certain
your
mistakes
20s
you can make
sets
that
you up
travel.
for the rest of your days.
You ever wonder why they have that saying where they say when a man gets in a relationship, he gets
No
a
cap.
lot more attention from women?
Yeah.
It's not because of the other woman all of the time. It's because your energy is different, and energy is felt. A woman can sense when they have power over how you walk away feeling about yourself. They can
Facts.
smell that neediness. Versus a man that's in a relationship, he gives off more of an energy of being more sure of himself and less needing validation from women. But this is something that you can obtain while you're single. You don't have to be in a relationship to have these type of interactions, because essentially you're still just you. But isn't it funny how when you come off as more sure of yourself and not needy, you get what you want, or you get what's for you.
All that shit gonna come. The more you build yourself, the girls gonna come. But you do not gotta worry about women. They are always gonna be here, no matter what. Women are always gonna be here.
Facts.
The window to go accomplish what you need to accomplish will not always be here. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Doors open, but they also close. And you
Yep.
gotta be aware of that. Like, that's
Yep.
one thing I be trying to do too, is just be aware. Like, don't beat yourself up because you might feel like you're far behind. Like, you're not far behind.
I just said this. Hey, bro, go listen to Joe Cinco right now with this clip.
Best gift you can have, bro, is self-awareness. A self-awareness and accountability. That's like the best thing that God can gift you. Having that. Because it's one thing to be behind.
I love it.
But it's also one thing to know you're behind. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing to like be behind and beat yourself up every day, but it's one thing to know, okay, I'm behind. You know, like, I'm behind. I need to get my shit together. And once you get into that mindset, like, you're winning. You're already doing better than yesterday because you're trying to win. You know what I'm saying? You're being consistent. Right?
Now, what happens when a young man decenters women from his life and he's solely on his purpose? He still respects women, but instead of making women the center of why he does what he does, what happens when he meets a girl and he wants to give them a chance? What happens?
I take it, brother.
You'll be more interested in finding the mutual ground instead of trying to sell yourself to her.
I'm here to lead the next generation.
Focus on yourself. This second thing also happens, because part of working on yourself is healing those unhealthy versions of yourself. So now it becomes easier for you to pick up on toxic habits a lot faster. It's like your alarm system goes off quick and you know when to pull yourself out of a situation, rather than trying to continue something that's going to be a headache down the line. You see how it all comes full circle? When you solely focus on you, rather than trying to climb the numbers of body counts, you'll save yourself a lot of headache. What I'm trying to show you guys is that you got the game flipped over. You must be on your purpose, and your purpose cannot be tied to how women are gonna feel about you. Any of the greats in history had to go out and do what they needed to do individually. And I need you guys to see yourself like that. We are currently the historians of the future. A lot of great men have fell from where their purpose has brought them because they have not compartmentalized how they perceive women. See, a lot of y'all want success, right? And I had a friend ask me a question the other day. He said, yo, bro, how does it feel to achieve the level of success that you've achieved? I just looked at him and say, bro, honestly, one of the main things that I've learned is there's always another mountain to climb once you reach the top of the mountain. That's number one. Number two, a lot of people are asking for something they're not actually ready for. And why do I bring this up? Because let's use Zion Williamson for an example. Zion Williamson has not compartmentalized women in his life. He still has women at the center of his life, which is why Zion Williamson got all the way to where he got in life. I mean, made it to the NBA. He was an amazing high school player, got all the way to where he got in life, just to possibly lose it because he cannot control himself with women. And maybe he doesn't lose it all, but even lose some of it, but have not decentered.
He lose the potential.
Like, man, you're so good.
He lost the potential to be the next LeBron, be looked at in that light, because LeBron has even been spotless with his. Even if LeBron's cheating, you don't know about it.
at dribbling the ball and dunking, and you're
It's about how you handle
you're a great
things.
dad, you're a godly man, you're all this and you're all
Real
that,
talk.
until a big booty walks in the room. At what point in time do you work on the discipline for that version of yourself? So I'm not telling men to turn their back on women, but think about it. A lot of women ask for a leader, but how can you lead somebody when you're always chasing? A leader is constantly focused on what is ahead and how to make the future into what he wants. There's a time and place for women, but that's not in everything he does. When you think about LeBron James and the beautiful family that he has, when you think about Steph Curry and the beautiful family that he has, the work that them brothers had to put in, they had to put that work in when nobody was watching, individually. It wasn't by putting women at the center of their life.
For
at
sure.
their why. The love you have has to be given from yourself first. And the world will adapt and the wrong will not. Anyways, y'all, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button, turn on my post notifications. I hope this video resonates with some people. And also, happy 4th of July. Today is the 4th of July. I was a little hesitant putting this video out, but y'all know me.
Shout out to y'all, 4th of July, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure this video is gonna come out the day after, but you know, love y'all. Great for y'all.
For sure.
Bro?
Yeah, I like the way he ended the video, bro, because I'm gonna just start by saying there are those women that you fuck with and they will help you build. But still, even if you have a girl, bro, you still gotta be able to focus on yourself, because you can't lead somebody else if you fucked up yourself, bro. You feel me?
It's the real talk.
That's just as simple as I can put it. I don't even need to say no more.
And I mean, what you just said was very powerful, bro.
Right?
Because I can remember moments where I'm wrestling with that. Even when, you know what I'm saying? You know about my journey. I ain't gonna spill it all. We here at the end.
Yeah.
We're grateful for y'all. We'll catch y'all in the next one. We out.